4 years ago, I discovered minimalism, and in that process, I came to appreciate my things, my time, and myself so much more. My mindset literally was that time is running out to have a nice job and find a nice partner to have nice kids with, and I had to go and have all the fun possible because it would be hard to do all of that later. And this whole story was stressful for years before it even started. Thankfully, it didn't pan out. But how did minimalism help me get here, and how did it change my life? That's the story that I want to talk about today, and I think I'll go through my talking points while showing you some of the last few things that I wanted to declutter from my home in a very long time. Let's start with a few backpacks that I have. This one is from my ex-boyfriend. It is beautiful but extremely dysfunctional, like our relationship. Yes, but also the thing is that the straps are very painful. This one is one that I took from my mom. I love backpacks in general. It was a good use, but unfortunately the strap broke, the button broke, it had to be redone. And the last one that I have here is this one. I have no idea why I even wore shoulder bags because they make your back hurt. They bend you to one side. They keep slapping you on the side as you go. And I think that are representative of some of the basics of minimalism. Minimalism is about you having more focus on the things that are essential and important. It is about having more space. So less things that you are actually not using, more money because you are saving from buying things that you don't need, so much more flexibility, and so much less need to do things you don't want to do, like overwork yourself or try extra hard to get things that you don't really need. Something that I don't really need is shoes that are uncomfortable. They're cut very thin on this side, and as I've been walking, this has been rubbing on the side of my toe like crazy, and it is painful. They don't protect you, they just look good, and I will be wearing them, but I probably wouldn't be buying the same kind of shoes. Those are the basic and obvious ways that minimalism changes your life. But over time, it starts to change your mindset as well. One of the things that it changes about it is that you need less in general. And at the same time, you have so much more. Take this bra, for example. I don't know how weird it is to show that, but it hurts every time I put it on. So it's better to save from buying 3 bras that are like this and get one that is really nice. And every time I would wear the really nice one, I would feel so good and so happy. I have 1 bra versus 3, but I have so much more because it doesn't hurt. Instead of buying things that I won't wear, I have the space and the resources to buy something that I really, really would love to wear eventually when I see it and when the time comes. That brings me to my next point, which is that minimalism helps you find out the things that you truly want and need. I used to think that I like perfume, but through really seeing what I have in my life, having less, there is a very small portion of perfumes that I really like. I would like to give this perfume to somebody else. And instead, I would like to take something that I really, really value, that I really, really enjoy, and have that. This is a pricey candle that I recently bought in France. And I say that because I wouldn't have bought it before, but it smells so good. So I'm going to put this over here next to my cat, but not on my cat, so it's okay. And the point I'm trying to make here is that I have really learned to value quality and function above just having things or getting what I want in the moment. There is this form of enjoyment where you get something new, like a new t-shirt, and you're just happy that you have something new. But then it slowly fades away and you are left with things that you own in your wardrobe. Once again, nothing is new and you are bored of it. Whereas if this shirt is the perfect fit, something that you've wanted for a long time, you will keep finding pleasure in it for a very, very long time. Unlike my cat and this ball. And with that, I want to get into some of the really life-changing benefits of minimalism, one of which is a release mindset, being able to let go of things even though you chose them and you thought they were right for you. Doing preemptive exercises of releasing things that you really care about really does help you to be more free. They're just going to purgatory. And if I think about them again in the next 3 or 4 months, they're going out of purgatory and I will reevaluate that. Even if you are not letting go of something, it's still bad to grab onto it and hold as tight as you can. If you've ever done this to a person, you will probably have realized that they get a little bit wary, they get a little bit tired, they feel as if you're clinging on to them. So it's good to learn this in general, to let go of things. This mindset helped me let go of the job that I wanted to do, the idea of myself that I was, of university, of success, of whatever partner that I had to have, or children, or apartment. I shed that. And I went back to the essence of my life and what it is that I truly want. It just wasn't that. Just like the t-shirt, it was something else. It also creates space for new things in your life, like this CD that my therapist gave me, letting go of more and more things that I don't need and mindfully placing things that I want to view or use in my environment will make it so that I can finally do the things that I think I should be doing. And I think it's really important to say that all of this happens with much less reliance on constantly being on top of things. So you're not constantly cleaning and ordering your house because it's a bit more empty. You're not taking care of all the stuff you have that also has you. And you're not working all the time because maybe you don't need as much resources. This is a beautiful kind of notebook holder. You can replace the papers inside. And I just want to give this to someone who might have math because I use this in math class. So some accessories that I don't need that are just lying around is not something that I really want to keep because I'm hoping to create space in my home for movement and to be more free to go anywhere I want. Maybe somebody could come live here for a while I go somewhere else. That's something that I've been thinking about. There's a bunch of books here that I've been meaning to go and give to our thingy that we have in our neighborhood where you can just donate your books. Somebody else will read them. There is 1984, really important. Love this book. There is Atlas Shrugged, one of my favorite books. I have all of these on my e-reader anyway, so letting go of that. The Fountainhead, Animal Farm, a vegan cookbook. I like simple recipes. And I think that overcomplicating things is not the way to go for some people. A vegan cookbook for minimalists, which is actually perfect for me. I love this book and I really want to give it to someone who will learn a lot from it. And it's kind of funny that these masks are the last thing that is left in my pile. I wasn't the person that wanted to climb the corporate ladder and have that stressful, busy, successful life. It's just something that I thought I'd have to do to find approval and love and be conventionally successful. I didn't really want to spend my life doing something that I don't care about and always dreaming of being free, of being creative. Eventually, I let go of that and I just became me. I want to finish this video off with an Alan Watts quote. Please don't leave, it is absolutely amazing. So for the person who is a master of pleasure, the little things of everyday life are likewise ritualized. Not because they are compulsive, but that doing any simple action with delight looks ritualistic. If you watch a very skilled craftsman at work, or a surgeon, or a good dentist, or a shoemaker, or a potter who thoroughly loves the work, you notice their caressing hands, the delight, the dance that they do to do this thing. The doing of it is more important than the doning of it. And you think he's worshiping some kind of god. That's because he has turned the rat race into the mandala. So you can do that with anything if you're not in a hurry. And you're not in a hurry if you know there's nowhere to go. Supposing you are as rich can be, and you are. The whole universe is yours. Supposing you got all the time you need, and you do have. Now is enough. What to do, you see? Well, of course, live it up. Take delight in all the ordinary things that are to be done, instead of trying to get them out of the way so you could do something else, which is supposed to be better or more rewarding. You'll see The reward is everywhere because there is no hurry. Alan Watts. Finding enjoyment in the smallest things and their essence has turned everyday life into such a pleasure, such a beautiful ritual. If you're interested in watching one of my decluttering videos, you can have a look here. I also hope you have a beautiful day, and as always, hello universe.